Hey guys, welcome back to Troy's Garage. My name's Troy. This is my garage. In today's video, we're taking a look at the front bearings. They're drum brakes. If they're good, we're going to just repack the bearings, do the best we can to get it roadworthy and ready for a long trip. So let's just get after it. Making sure we're still rolling. We got 42% battery. Oh man, we can record for days. I did take the magic cutoff wheel and take off the spare tire holder. So Rig, there's your new spare tire holder right there. You're welcome. Time to get some gloves on. What size is that? Well, there you go. I used a 1 1/8 and my brute strength and got it. Ooh, those are pretty dry. Good thing we're packing the bearings. I'm not sure that would have made a road trip. Let's see what the inners look like. Also pretty dry. There's not much left in that. Brakes look great though. It's got an old springs kit on it, but everything else seems to be doing what it should. I'm gonna wipe this clean and start completely fresh with grease. This will probably give it an extra, I don't know, 7 miles per gallon. Having some good bearings in it. People have definitely been in here before, you can tell though. There's some marring on the spindle. Nothing bad, just you can tell. Somebody's banging on stuff. Not being super gentle. Let's get some new grease going. We're going to use AIM grease. This is the same company that does the AIM extreme lubricant, the penetrating lubricant. It's got that same formula in it, but it's a high temperature grease as well. So all the products they make are absolutely amazing. They've been amazing support of my channel, so I'm going to use their stuff as often as I can. They support me, I support them. Got more cleaning to do though, that's for sure. I'm just going to pack that in there as best I can without pulling that seal, because the seal actually looks good. It's not leaking or anything. I'm just cleaning out what I can with my fingers before I get after putting good, clean, new stuff in there. There's a lot of it in there. It's just not in the right spots. It's purple. When I get down to the clean stuff, you can see that it's purple. Let's go ahead. Let's get some of this packed up inside that bearing as best we can. Pack some in from the top down as well. Basically making a huge mess. That's what you do with grease. I'm going to put an extra glob up behind the bearing itself. So if it gets thirsty, it can chew on some stuff. Alright, that's the rear bearing. And this is not the correct way to do this. This is just how I'm doing it. The correct way, pull it all apart, repack the bearing, clean out the old stuff. I know. I already know. But if you feel so inclined, you can comment that down below if you want. I don't know. It's up to you. Let's clean that so that it doesn't make a big mess when I put it back on. I don't want it to look like it's been leaking when it hasn't. Oh, that wind is blowing today. Sheesh. It's a good thing I'm in the shop. In Troy's garage, as it were. There's that. Let's get this one back on. Like that. Totally just put that on my pants. That's perfect. Just perfect. Take a glob and stick it in my palm. The race for this is still in the wheel. So I'm packing this bearing without the race. It's not the best way to do it. It's harder to get it to seat down inside of it. But we'll do what we can. I'm just forcing the grease down into the bearing. Let it chew on it. Yeah, it's forcing that darker stuff out the backside of it, so that's good. Oh, wow. What a mess. It's freaking awesome. Alright, well, it's going to have grease in it now. That's what we're going for. Okay. Let's shove that back on there. Like so. Leave a bunch of it in there. And a bunch on my hands. I think I'm just going to swap gloves. Like surgery, you know? Like that, without getting any on you. That's amazing. Miracle! Alright, new gloves. Or I should just man up and do it with no gloves and wash my hands later. Nah, we're going to use a glove. Because I'm going to have to swap again before I clean this all up and paint it. This is the washer. I'm going to just wipe it all down, get all that dark, gross stuff off of it. There we go. That's more better. That's more better. And same thing with the nut. So I forgot to hit record, but there's the dust cap all cleaned up on the wire wheel. It's still nasty on the inside. Just wipe out what we can. Call it a day. Good enough. Nailed it. Yep, good enough. Get some air and blow that off. Hold your breath. Nailed it. Yeah, that's gonna do great. Start off with rust reformer, as always. That basically converts all of the, well, the rust back into iron and makes it paintable. So this serves as a primer as well. Troy's Garage paint booth. Done, son. Sweet. Georgia Brown. And then always be sure and spray it before it dries all the way. We're doing just a Rust-Oleum flat black. Here we go. Almost out of paint. Let's go. It's gonna look sharp. Look, brand new brakes. Huh. Who knew? Nailed it. We don't have time for paint to dry. We got things to do. Give that a couple minutes to dry for reals this time before we stick the wheel on and it glues itself to that. It would just peel it all off anyway, so let's go ahead and let that dry. Yeah, that's long enough. We're putting the wheel back on. We don't have time for paint to dry. Not even for realsies. Let's go. Oh, first try. Friggin' NASCAR action going on here. Look how fast I am. And then we slow to a crawl. The oldest looking thing on these wheels is going to be these lug nuts. They're beautiful. Whoa, take it easy. Take it easy. Alright, now that the air compressor is done being rude, same exact thing to the other side. Not going to record it, but just know it's going to take place. It'll be clean and shiny new, except for the lug nuts. That's going to be the ugliest part of those wheels when I'm done with this. Alright, passenger side is also done. Let's get this truck out of here. It is freezing cold, and I'm ready to close that garage door and work on something different. We're going to work on the bezel for this thing, see if we can get that thing dialed in and reinstalled.